With the U.S. government set to exhaust its ability to pay its bills on time within months, House of Representatives Speaker Kevin McCarthy met President Joe Biden at the White House for high-stakes discussions. Although the hour-long meet did not yield any breakthrough, Biden told McCarthy that there was room for discussion, this even as the U.S. president insisted that Congress would have to pass a debt limit increase with no strings attached to avoid a financial cataclysm. Now, Republicans have refused to raise the statutory debt limit unless Biden accepts deep cuts in federal spending. The president has repeatedly said that he expects Congress to raise the borrowing cap with no conditions and that he will not negotiate conditions for this increase. But President Biden did say that he welcomes a separate discussion with congressional leaders about how to reduce the deficit and control the national debt while continuing to grow the economy. The statement signaled that Biden was open to a parallel discussion on tax and spending issues with McCarthy. McCarthy emerged from the meeting without tangible signs of progress, but he nonetheless expressed some optimism.
I thought this was a good meeting. We promised we would continue the conversation. We'll see if we can get there. I think at the end of the day, we can find common ground. I really do.
The federal government has run a budget deficit every year since 2000, forcing it to borrow money and to add to a national debt, which has now grown to over $31.4 trillion. Biden and McCarthy had earlier blamed each other for the impasse in raising the debt ceiling. The president called the speaker a decent man who had caved to extremists in his party to take power. For more on this, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Listen in.
For now, at least, expectations are very low that some kind of breakthrough will be reached in talks between U.S. President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy regarding the debt ceiling. However, their one-on-one sit-down provided both sides with an opportunity to size each other up before negotiations, which could last 4 months. Privately, Biden administration officials say that there is room for compromise while providing McCarthy with enough concessions for him to be able to save face within his party. Concessions like creating a commission to study and propose future spending reforms. But the White House has been very clear that it will not negotiate on entitlement programs. McCarthy has also been clear that programs like Medicare and Social Security are off the table, while admitting that both parties remain very far off from each other when it comes to dealing with these programs. After all, entitlement programs make up 60% of government spending. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.